Well, I'm being choked up. Hello, everybody. Excuse me, I'm being choked up. I know this probably isn't going to be seen, but I'm just doing a quick update. I am Christopher Wood. I am a 6-year revenge retaliation victim of very seriously dangerous people. I am the victim of brain injury, skull splitting with proof, body mutilations, kidnapping, sex assaults, false arrest, arrest refusals, extortion, kidnapping, lies, time buying, cover-ups, extortion of $22,000 actually. I've had illegal prisoner tracking put into me, blood and piss forced. I spoke Ontario provincial crimes, human trafficking, homeless exploitation for monetary gain, and money laundering out of a place called the Morning Star Mission in Napanee. As a result, I became a target in August 6, actually, of 2019 at a previous address in Napanee, Ontario. I was sitting outside, XOPP chief went by, and he waved at me. I waved back. He pointed something at me, or when I waved back, a black truck pulled up beside him, pointed something at me, and shot it, and it went into my right ear. Whatever it was, I started getting movement from it. It was going through the back of my head. I was getting burning. I was getting electrical shocking from it. And it was starting to move from my occipital lobe up to my frontal lobe. My skull had then been split into sections, which I have proven. I was getting stalked constantly. My mother, she was stalked, tortured. Her life was taken December 20th, 2020. Trying to get arrested, trying to get charging. My medical rights, my legal rights, and my human rights have been taken from me while going through this. I have been through full 100% physical identity theft, identity changes, which I have shown and proven, not being able to do anything about it. Medical file falsifications done against me for medical treatment refusals, discrimination, and blacklisting to prevent me medical help and to prevent proof of what was shot into me August 6, 2019. Going to OPP, trying to get arrested, being surrounded, hands on guns, OIPRD at the time, LICA a couple times, private prosecutions, all no luck, falsely charged twice. Once was in an attempt to give me a criminal record, which I never had, and also in an attempt to try to discredit me, and also to get away with the crimes that they are guilty of, which is they are accomplices and accessories. They are guilty of not only my medical file falsification for the treatment refusals, discrimination, assuring that I get no medical help, but they are also guilty of being involved with attempted murder and intent to commit and provably cover it up through the medical file falsifications. Giving me fake CAT scans, having me actually charged twice because of the crimes that the doctors are guilty of as well with the police. They are involved in human trafficking, sex slavery trafficking, torture crimes, identity thefts and frauds, financial thefts and frauds, welfare, disability, rapes. One person is guilty of raping a woman in 2021 at 45 Dundas Street East, Apartment 3, who is now deceased. Drug trafficking, drug fentanyl lacing, and drug trafficking for overdose homicides because they're easier to commit and cover up. My mother was stalked, tortured, and killed. 2 of my dogs were tortured and killed. Ontario provincial police, who are guilty of first-degree premeditated murder with intent to commit. They are guilty human trafficking, sex assaults against me. Once again, putting illegal prisoner tracking into me, no criminal record or history. Ex-chief or commander, year 2019, that drove the white Jeep Wrangler on Bridge and Center Street in Napanee. Staff sergeant, years 2019-2021, kidnapping and sodomy, sex assault. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward. Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS. And Shelley Huffner. She actually had me kidnapped May 27, 2021, 24 hours after me asking for help with what is taking place with me. And when found out what had happened, she ended up leaving me. She actually left me in Kingston and stranded me there. Spencer Mills, 14716, and Robert Kane, whether they have transferred to avoid arrest, charging, and lawsuits against themselves and OPP for the crimes they are guilty of, plus the lies, the time buying, the cover-ups help. Having me medically blacklisted, having all my human rights, my medical rights, and my legal rights taken from me. Having others who are now involved in the process of aiding, doing the exact same thing to me now that was done through other people who are, well, through cops, through OPP. I am under threats. I have under threats of beatings, under threats of being shot. I am under threats of, if I speak of anything about certain people and certain things, that I will be the one that will be screwed for it. I have been having total, complete, nothing but fucking numbing in my head. The whole right side of my face is completely and totally gone. There is no feeling in any way, shape, or form. And as a matter of fact, I said last night on a live video that my next one that I done, I would look different than what I did in that video, and I can 100% prove that I actually do from last night. So I go through actually identity changes very easily and quite a bit actually since I was shot. I get a tube that comes up in my throat. It goes to the back of my head and up to a spot on the back of my head, and I get what feels like saline or hydrogel or something that goes through me. It is really, really super thick. I also get piss and shit that go through me as well, through that tube in the back of my head, that numbs me down constantly on a daily basis. I have been blinded in my right eye. No matter what is done to me, no matter what I have shown, no matter what I have been able to prove, nothing I can do about it, because I am OPP revenge person, because I am an OPP revenge victim. I spoke their crimes, and all of this fucking shit started to happen to me. And now, once again, I am under serious threats. So, you speak police crimes, and everything will be taken from you, and they will assure it. This is a guy named Tony Hearns. He is guilty of blinding me in my right eye. He thinks that I am a wolf. And yes, I personally know each and every one of these lowlifes, including 2 of them who are my cousins. This is Tony Hearns. He is guilty of blinding me in my right eye, and I can prove it. I have pictures where I actually look just like this piece of shit. 100% provable, including getting the same red hair, the same cock eye that he actually has. Now, what the fuck? He is guilty of attempted paralyzing me as well, and he actually thinks that I am a wolf. He is a registered sex offender, they all are, and he is a speedhead. He is a OPP, human trafficking, sex slavery trafficking. He's had overdoses at his places as well. This guy used to date my wife after we separated. His name is Bert Hustler. He is a crackhead, meth head, a morphine head. He is in a permanent psychosis. He is a schizophrenic, and he is guilty of first degree attempted murder on me, torture crimes as well. He lives on the corner of Center and Dundas Street in Napanee, Ontario, in a building, and he frequents 34 Water Street daily. 100% provable. He is guilty of first degree attempted murder, 6 years of torture crimes against me, and all 100% provable. He also, back a few months ago, is guilty of a sex assault on a 14-year-old boy who reached out to me to tell me about his crimes as well. And this person is actually in fear of their life because of it. So, you're doing your job, you piece of shit. Knowing that fuck all, nothing can be done, even from about that. This guy is guilty of stalking, torturing, and causing my mother's death, killing her December 20th, 2020. Many alias names, and also a possible escapee that's being harbored through OPP while committing identity thefts. He is a heroin trafficker and heroin addict. He was the one that was stalking children for the ex-OPP chief or commander, the one that had me shot for sex slavery trafficking daily at Tim Hortons in Napanee, Ontario. He thinks that he and I were switched at birth and believes that he is my dad, and was also calling my mother mom when he was stalking her. And he was torturing her so bad that it caused serious skull deforming, caused a hole in her fucking head, and lifted her skull right up. And I have a picture to prove it. Bert Hustler again. He actually, once again, he actually used to date my wife, and he thinks that he played hockey in the NHL for the Philadelphia Flyers and Hartford Whalers. So obviously a lot of delusions. Raymond Bubbles LeBlanc, he is a child groomer. He is guilty of torturing and killing my dog March 24th, 2023. He is guilty of stalking me. He is guilty of torture crimes against me and attempted murder. Tyler Lake, he is also guilty of torturing and killing my dog with Raymond LeBlanc March 24th, 2023. Guilty of arson attempts on a previous address. The address I was at where I was shot, actually. Guilty of throwing blood on a previous address. Threats of stabbing. He is guilty of being involved with my identity theft, and I can 100% prove my words with it. He is guilty of attempted murder on me. He is Robert Kane, OPP drug cop's lover, rat informant, and also a meth trafficker for him. He is approximately 35 years old. This is Blair Kane. He is guilty of the rape that I was talking about earlier of the woman that is deceased. He is guilty of stalking and torturing my mother with the one known as Bill Wooldridge and Robert Cross are alias names he uses. But this guy here is alleged OPP constable or supervisor Blair Hardy, Blair Kane. He is guilty of torture crimes against me, all 100% provable. He is guilty of bank thefts and frauds against me. He was attempting to collect welfare at my address, and I didn't even know him, and I certainly was not associated with the piece of shit, but he was attempting to collect welfare through my address, and I found out about it and I had him reported. He is guilty also not only against my mother, but he is guilty of first degree attempted murder on me. He is a serial killer, and he is possibly guilty of many multiple homicides that have been covered up. He used to drive a Mercedes in Napanee, Ontario as well. Jason Van Alstyne, he's a stroke victim. He's still involved and 100% provable in 6 years crimes against me, including even stalking me in Kingston when I was homeless. He is guilty of brain injury me, skull deforming me, identity theft with the intent to commit identity disability and insurance fraud against me. He's guilty of bank thefts and frauds against me. He is the one that sells the laced fentanyl and committing the overdose homicides. He is also guilty of a possible homicide, overdose, murder in 2021 as well. Jason Van Alstyne, he frequents Kingston as well, especially the hub. That's where he makes his money. One very serious provable identity change that has been done to me while going through this identity theft and change, that I was told that I am a delusional hallucinating retard over it, and that it could not happen, while proving the doctors and everybody else completely and totally wrong. Oh yes it can, and oh yes it has happened to me. And there's a little bit more proof of it. And these are all 100% me, and these are all physical changes I have actually been through while going through my identity theft. I now have a tree on my hand with my wood name. But all very much true, all very much real, and all very much has happened. When people disappear, families are murdered and missing regardless of who you are. It is the police who are involved in these kind of crimes. Everything has been done to try to stop me from getting arrested and charging on the ones who are guilty. So whether this is blocked out or not, you are still guilty. Bill Wooldridge, or the one known as Bill Wooldridge, aka Robert Cross, and Stephen Maven, the possible escapee who OPP are harboring. If so, he is guilty of first degree murder, torture murder on my mother, causing her death, caused her cancer, which caused her death. And I can 100% prove how he did it as well. 100% prove. And Blair Hardy as well are guilty of killing her. 6 years of torture crimes on me, full identity theft, serious brain splitting, serious skull deforming, now having a tube or a balloon in the back of my head. It swells up. Once again, getting the piss and shit that goes through me on a daily basis. My spine has been completely screwed on me as well. When I eat, my food goes to the right side of my stomach, or the right side of my body, not my stomach. Let this be a lesson, and I hope it's taken serious, because all I did was speak police crimes to warn others to try to save lives from being trafficked, from possibly being framed and possibly being killed, because it's Napanee, and there's a lot of people where they can just cast their lies, and it's easier to get away with and cover it up. I've had every lie cast against me from these pieces of shit in an attempt to try to discredit me, in an attempt to try to get away with what they have gotten away with. And the doctors have tried the same thing, and that's to avoid arresting, charging, and lawsuits for hundreds of millions of dollars, which I am talking at least 150 million to 200 million dollars for provable crimes against police, against Lennox and Edmonton County General Hospital, against AMHS or Mental Health Daily Tea Company in Napanee, Ontario, and the Justice of the Peace as well. Oh yes, I am 100% serious. So if anybody thinks that this is a joke, anybody think that this is fake, anybody thinks that this is a game, it's not. I am also the end of my bloodline as well. I have other family members, half brothers, but I am also the end of my bloodline. So I hope you're happy with what you accomplished against me. Like I said, when people disappear, families are murdered or missing, it's definitely the police involved, at least in Napanee and around the area. So be safe, everybody, because there is nothing that I can do about what has happened to me. And now I am also under threats that if I talk about certain things or about certain people, then there's going to be serious consequences. So, other than that, it's been a quiet day. And by the way, for the two watching, I'm pretty sure I know who this is. And I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing, because I haven't talked or done nothing about anyone around. So if there's any more trouble, just in case, here is more my true image anyway, without my glasses on. And I've come to find out that also there is more than enough people that are willing to help OPP cover up their crimes. So be safe, everybody, and take that serious. Here's another physical identity change that's been done to me. Like, what the fuck? All real. So if anyone wants to take this as a psychiatric thing,
guilty for hiring Water Street, 34 Water Street, your accomplice, mental health patient. Mr. Mills, Lennox and Addington OPP, you are guilty for hiring
that's the address I was living at where I done that, where I was shot.
To mentally manipulate me, to injure me, to murder my mind pretty much before murdering you. Murdered my memories, you murdered my mind by injuring me before murdering my body. And
so once again, this has nothing to do with any mental illness. This has nothing to do with hate.
As well. This shit never happened until after I went to you to get help for another person having
This is about criminals committing very serious crimes against me for 6 years. And enough has gotten away against me, and it ends. It's going to end.
What did you mean when you say you know me? I want to really know what that means. And then conveniently he shows up, and then all this starts to happen to me. This bullshit with 34 Water Street. The guy you got working for your psychiatric.
Anyway. You can clearly see earlier, as a matter of fact, the whole one side of my head was swelled up on one side, and the other side of my head was more kind of flattened down. So It was kind of lopsided, my fucking head, because of whatever is inside my head. I have a balloon or something in here in my temple lobe. It goes completely black and blue, whatever that is. It goes from my temple lobes in here all around, completely around my head. And I've not had any surgeries or anything. And it feels like I have something in the left side back part of my head now as well too. It feels almost like that's where I get the piss and shit coming from me, but I got lumps and bumps and a bunch of other shit in the back of my head now too. I've had holes caused in my skull. Lies about being suicidal, self-harm, or lies about drugs that I do not do, and a lot of other lies against me, all in an attempt to try to fucking discredit me, all in an attempt to try to get away with what police have gotten away against me, them and their accomplices and very serious criminal doctors. I have been trying with 100% proof, and I am never going to stop trying until it is done. I want cops arrested, and I want them charged, and I am not fucking with my life because of them. Spencer Mills 14716, he shows up at your door, and there will be lives lost, and that's a fact. Robert Kane 7224, OPP drug cop, ex-chief or commander, the one that had me shot in 2019, August 6th, and yes, it happened approximately 3 p.m. That I will never, ever forget. Shannon Cork, staff sergeants, years 2019 and 2021, kidnapping and sodomy sex assault against me. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward. Robert Lucas is a guy that actually told me one time he could fuck me, he could kill me, and he could get away with it. Money Badge Family Town Council. And he's proven right. Stacy, a mental health worker, Kingston AMHS. Now was Napanee Daily Tea Company, and Shelley Hafner. They are human traffickers. They're human sex trade slavery traffickers. They are guilty of kidnapping me, putting illegal prisoner tracking into me, no criminal record or history either. I spoke OPP, human trafficking, homeless exploitation, and money laundering that was taking place. And as a result, like I said, afterwards, I became a target and I was shot. And then all the everything happening to me with 100% proof, going to the hospital, being called a delusional, hallucinating retard, being locked in fucking rooms because they were trying to make this a psychological thing. And once again, it has nothing to do with that. I understand why you are trying to go that route, but I am not going to let that happen because this is 100% criminal. And I am not going to be made to look like a fucking nutcase over it, regardless. This is all in an attempt for you to get away with what you have gotten away against on me, OPP, and everybody else involved. And everybody involved, one way or another, including people that I cannot talk about, and I can still 100% prove crimes. I am going to have everybody charged for this. And I will see you all spend your life in prison one way or another. Everyone. Here's more of my true image. Too much has been done to me. I have lost too much, including my parent, my animals being made homeless, my identity, obviously. Serious fucking brain injury, serious skull deforming, mutilations, being kidnapped, sex assaulted through fucking cops, and having doctors try to have me committed for it happening. Because after it happened, yes, I did go to the hospital to try to get help. And one doctor laughed in my face over it. Another doctor phoned the same fucking cop that done it and tried to have me committed for it because it happened to me and because it was a cop and I'm a man. Ex-CEO Wayne Cubby Duck had me kicked out of the hospital. One day I went up, I was having lung problems. I go to the hospital, I register, I sit down. Next thing you know, Paladin security guard comes over and tells me to get the fuck out of the hospital. I've had lung problems ever since that. Me going to KGH, Kingston Hospital, and them getting phone calls against me to prevent me helping prove lies once again about being a suicidal self-harmer. Not true in any way, shape, or form. Never have been, and I never will be. Lies about drugs I don't do. At one point in life I did, but I haven't touched any fucking drugs or junk since 2013, except for 2 days in 2018, a slip up, and that's it. I am highly against that fucking crap. So I'm going to get off here, but I hope you're happy, and for the ones watching, I hope you're enjoying. And I hope you're happy with what you've gotten away with so far. Remember, no matter what I've been able to show, prove, I have no rights. And Ontario Provincial Police and others are guilty of murders.